So this question reads that give 2 observations you could make when a small piece of potassium is added to water. So this question asks you to recall what you remember seeing when pieces of group 1 metals were added to a trough of water. So potassium was one of the metals that was a little bit more reactive than your other alkali metals, and just like with your other alkali metals, they all float on water and they all melt and become smaller as they react with water. So writing those 2 would be good enough for 2 marks, but you can also say lots of other things as well. Some of the other options you could put down is that you observe effervescence, which also means fizzing or a lilac flame, or the fact that the metal moves around the surface of the water. The next question reads, complete the equation for the reaction of potassium with water. You should also balance the equation. So we need to do 2 things. We need to write the products of this example and also balance it as well. So we already know that any metal plus water will give me metal hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So if you can recall the formula of hydrogen gas, hydrogen exists as a diatomic gas. So the formula of that is going to be H2. What about the formula of your potassium hydroxide? So let's see our charges of our ions. Potassium has a +1 charge and hydroxide has a -1 charge. So the charges are already balanced and cancel out to 0. So the formula of potassium hydroxide is going to be KOH. Okay, so we have our products in place, but now we need to balance the equation. I have 1 potassium on each side. I have 1 oxygen on each side, but on the right hand side, I have 3 hydrogens, and on the left hand side, I have 2 hydrogens. So my hydrogens are a little bit unbalanced. I need more hydrogens on my left hand side. Currently, I only have 1 lots of water, so I'm going to move that up to 2 lots of water. Now that changes my number of hydrogens on the left hand side. On the left side, I have 1 potassium, 4 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. And on the right, I have 1 potassium, 3 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So still a little bit unbalanced. I need more hydrogens and oxygens on the right-hand side. So I need to increase the number of my products. It's not going to be hydrogen in this case because hydrogen has no oxygens involved, and I also need to increase my number of oxygen. So I'm going to increase my number of potassium hydroxide. So right now I only have 1 potassium hydroxide, so I increase it to a 2. Now this changes my hydrogens to a 4 and my oxygens to a 2. So now my hydrogens and oxygens are balanced on both of my sides, but this also changes your potassiums to 2 on the right hand side. So now the potassiums are a little bit unbalanced, which is an easy fix. So on the left hand side, I just need to add a big 2